Yo.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Live with Ms. KIR, capital KIR. And that stands for keeping it real. Welcome. Tonight, we have our special guest, spoken word poet in the house, Nakia Townsend. Show your love.
Oh,
And my co-host, show your love for spoken word artists, Poessence spoken word.
oh,
Show your
essence.
love. And my other co-host, North Philly's finest. Show your
AKA,
love. North Philly is filling in for Genevieve because Genevieve was not able to be on tonight. Oh,
AKA Eddie Kane Jr.
I got nothing but love for you, baby.
Dang.
so welcome everybody.
For you, baby.
I know.
Welcome to the party. We're going to be breezy. So be breezy with us on this Friday night, okay? I need to see the clapping emojis and I need to see the drum emojis and all that good stuff. I would like to give a shout out first and foremost to the Small Business Network. This is episode 347, I think. Shout out to Commissioner James McConnell, Sean A. White, Latanya, and Little Trinity Davis Floyd, Gladys Bryce, Indigo Divine Brown, Mary Jones, Shannon Hudson, Annie Taylor, and the rest of the folks. Shout out to them. And shout outs to you viewers for watching. And if anybody is going to watch later, please type in hashtag replay and comment, like, heart, and share because caring is sharing and sharing is caring. And for those who are on tonight, welcome. We have Teresa Hazel Eyes is in the building. Teresa is a faithful live with Miss KIR watcher. So shout outs to Teresa. Show your love. Drum roll for Teresa. All right, we're gonna get this party started right.
Girl, did you remember all of those names, or were you reading something? Like, I was impressed with you going to the back of your mind. Like,
Oh,
I can't do that with a good spoken word piece. Like, you know.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Freestyle memory.
I actually remembered them in my head. So
Nice.
I hope they watch later after I done shouted them out, Oh, and I like to shout out my mom, Barbara Marie. She usually tunes in. And shout out to Donna Banks as well, who usually tunes in. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do I have any announcements before I begin? Let me think. Oh, yeah. Shameless plug. Like and follow the Writer's Block Poetry Collective on Facebook. Like and follow the Writer's Block Poetry Collective on Facebook. Okay. Make sure y'all do that out there in
That's
Facebook land. Okay. All right.
That's right.
And let's see. Shout out to everyone who has a birthday in the month of January.
Including myself.
Okay. Nakia Townsend, shout outs to her. Drum roll. Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday also to Sadette Knox. Her birthday is January 25th. And shout out to all those who have birthdays in the month of January. Show yourself some love. Okay, so Nakia,
What's up?
tell the people who you are in my Mufasa, the Lion King voice. Remember when he was like, Simba, remember who you are.
Love that movie, man.
Who you are, Nakia.
I'd be happy to. Thank you for having me, first and foremost, Miss KIR. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm just a simple girl from a simple city in North Jersey, Jersey City originally. I live
Jersey representing
all day long, north too, like right across the Hudson from the skyline, like that.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But you and I became acquainted as life developed and I moved to South Jersey. So I've been actually in the South Jersey, Pennsylvania area for 20 years. My professional background is human resources. I certainly have always been someone who has loved the idea of self-expression in any of its forms. But I took to writing, journaling very early. Somebody was smart enough to say, little girl, always crying about something. Here's a book. Write it in it. Write the stuff down. And so that became the kind of the airplane taxiing on the runway to realizing poetry, music, reading more. I've also called myself a Black nerd because I'm certainly someone who loves school.
Okay.
So the idea of
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
you know what I mean? But
All right.
playing around with words is
That's
kind of
beautiful.
what we're all here to talk about. We do.
Okay, that's
So I
right.
spend time reading other people's words and taking poetic license with my own. And I love it because for most of who I am, I'm pretty buttoned up. But when it comes to poetry, I'm raunchy. I'm using bad English. I'm all over the place. I'm whoever I want to be, feel like being, word. And all of them live here.
Okay.
So that in a nutshell is who I am. I'm Jackie's daughter, just out here living life.
That's who she is, folks. Show your love.
Yeah.
Again, for Nakia Thompson. Drum roll in the comments with those
Thank
drums.
you.
Clap it up.
Thank you. I forgot to add millennial church lady. I'm also a church lady. Like that's
Okay.
Okay. Amen.
hallelujah. Covered in the blood.
Hallelujah.
Okay. North Philly, you have any questions for our guest?
I most certainly do. So, right off the bat, you know, I just checked out some of your work, and your work is outstanding. I gotta give you that.
Thank you.
Yeah, most definitely. From one poet to another, to all. I mean, got to get props out. If there was three people, if there were three poets, three Black poets
Ooh,
that you would love to collaborate with, who are they, and why?
Oh, North Philly, yes.
Yeah.
Drum roll in the comments.
I didn't even have to
I
think
have my
about that.
moments. I have my moments, y'all. I have my moments.
That was a great question. A lot of my work was done recently with Kingdom Church, now Change Church. So a lot of my poetry has been deeper in the fact that I have spirituality coming through, not just that, but like I said, I'm raunchy, I'm this, I'm that. But I've been ministering in church, and that kind of like makes it narrow. But somebody like Tupac Shakur, like I said that quick. He goes spiritual, he go Black history, he talk about the now. He was talking about politics, so he would be next on the list. Like he also get all of my parts. Like he shows a similar diversity of thought and emotion. So Tupac for sure. I would want to reach a woman I actually had the benefit of seeing, Toni Morrison. I know you said poets, but I'm thinking more people who are writing and, you know, feeling, and even some of her work is like poetry.
Yeah,
like
true.
You got to read it 6 times to go, oh, that's what that means. Wow, who would the other person be?
Tupac is prolific in itself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because his varying degrees of writing, it's like it's you know it's poetic, but the rap he fuses with it, it's just
yeah, man. Like drop a beat and he on it.
Right.
Poetry, like they released his book of poetry, and I was Tupac fans in high school. Like I did school presentations on Pac. Like y'all get the science. Y'all caught the He ain't dead, y'all. Like it's a myth. Like I was a hardcore Pac fan. Like broke down, cried when he physically left this earth.
Right.
But yeah, it would be Pac for sure, Toni Morrison, and just throwing another one out there, I would say somebody like Nikki Giovanni, who we just lost.
Yeah.
He was around when voices were not this free. And she has all of that. Like, girl, tell me about Angela Davis, please. Like, tell me more. Like, I know she know a lot of people, a lot of stories, and will have all kind of beauty, tragedy, and all of that coming out of her work. So those would be the people that came to mind for me. And I assume you meant living or dead, brother. I just took all kind of activities with it, and made
I mean, you prefer to have living, but some who are passed on, going to rest in power,
yeah.
They could be your influences as well.
Yeah, all day long. And it's not too many newer, even like authors that I'm as familiar with as the other people I'm drawing from. I don't listen to modern music enough to go, oh, that's a poet writing that song, singing that song. I can't say the new music even strikes me to that same extent anymore.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear it. Oh, that started as a poem. Like that started like somewhere deep, and that person's singing it the way it's supposed to be sang.
Right.
I don't have too much of that in pop culture for me. I still go back.
Right.
When I'm trying to get that, use music and poetry for the functionality of feeling better.
Right.
I don't typically go to modern stuff. I go to modern stuff to shake my tail.
Okay.
And to move a crowd. But, that's the same with music. Unfortunately, I feel that way about literature. A lot of new stuff is autobiographical that I'm reading. But I used to enjoy like Black science fiction.
Okay. That's interesting.
Introduced to a book called Brown Girl in the Ring in college. I went to the College of New Jersey, and I also went to Rutgers. And so I was writing then, those kind of influences, people, places, things, school, all of that will kind of just show up in my poetry and my imagination, where I'm spending my free time. But modern stuff really don't hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the moral of that story.
Okay. We're going to go to the comments now. So Teresa Hazeleye said, hey, everyone. Poessence Spoken Word said, hello, everyone. Teresa said, thank you. 2 drum emojis. Latanya Davis said, hello, we are here, everyone. Blessings. Teresa Hazeleye also said, JC in the building.
Hey, Queen. Hey.
Okay.
Latanya Davis said, East Orange in the house.
Those are cousins across 1 and 9.
Okay. Teresa also said nerd with an edge with the drum emoji. Sure. And Teresa also said, yeah, Tupac was ahead of his time.
Ooh,
yeah, he was.
If you ever going to summarize that, brother, that's a good one, Teresa. He
was
definitely ahead of his time.
He definitely was.
He was a whole militant radical.
Yeah.
To move millions. They knew what they were doing when they eliminated his brother.
Was just the fact that his
whole conspiracy.
Was just the fact that his godmother was Asada Shakur.
Come on, he was talking to Mumia in prison. Like he was getting FBI was tapping his phones. Like he would have been the next MLK of sorts. Like he would have mobilized on that level and beyond with the internet. Come on.
Yeah.
They saw the internet coming in '96. Like, shut this brother down.
Yeah. And I like to welcome
and everybody.
My mom, Barbara Marie. She is in the building.
Hello, mother dear. That's sweet.
Yeah. Show your love for my mom, Barbara Marie. Show some love for my mom, folks.
Show some love. With a dozen roses.
Mom Dukes.
If Mom Dukes is paying attention to the chat, you're gonna get some flowers and emojis.
No, that's right.
That's Mom Dukes in the house. Poessence, do you have a question for Nakia?
See, because I knew that you was gonna do that. Because I'm prepared, right? I was just sitting here. You ain't see it. Okay.
We see you, Queen. We see you, Queen.
Okay.
We see you, Queen.
I came prepared. You're not gonna catch me off guard today. Okay. I'm wide awake. My day wasn't so hectic, so I'm wide awake. So the first question that I have for you, Nakia, is what was the first poem or piece of writing that you've had published, and what was the title?
Oh, good question.
First piece I ever had published, and what was the title? Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You didn't run down the whole joint.
The whole chat.
The whole joint.
My knee jerk to that great question, Queen, is probably the first piece was published in high school by my English teacher, who I love and I still talk to this day. And now that we're both grown, me and this man, drink and talk more freely, and he remembers the little girl who was in high school. He put out an edition of like the first printed magazine when I was like a sophomore or junior. And I wrote this poem in computer class, peed off, was not planning on it going anywhere. And so he just randomly, hey, you writing anything? You doing anything? And I was like, I wrote this in Miss Sherm class. He was like, okay, let me see it. And matter of fact, read it to me. And so I read it. He was like, I like where you're going with that. And that became a part of the high school collection.
Did you put it in Gmail?
That might have been, honey, you want me to put a year out or something like that?
Listen, you ain't got to put the year, just the title. Did you have the title?
Oh wow, right. I told you it was high school. The title of it was, oh God. Here. You know what? Hold camera.
Okay. We gonna hold like we on the cell phone.
Right.
I'm trying to be polite about it.
No, you fine. Listen, I'll be in the middle of text message, like I'll be right back, and they like it's a text message. It really don't have a time of response. So,
like you good?
I got it. Right.
The name of the poem was "To Whom It May Concern."
Ooh. Okay.
Dope.
I look forward to hearing that.
Okay, I happen to have it in front of me. Okay. Look at you. That's what the off-camera time was about, Quay. I see this team makes you look great. I'm loving it.
Right.
See, I prepared her well.
Okay.
But like I said, I was in high school. I was born and raised in Jersey City, but I went to a college preparatory high school. So I had my foot always straddling in both worlds, kind of being a roundaway girl and also being somebody who loved and excelled at school. Also got a lot of attention at school. I want to sing. I want to write poetry. I recite. I'll be in the spelling bee. I'm that kid. So it makes sense that it makes living difficult because there are so many other children you run into who haven't been exposed to expressing themselves early enough.
Absolutely.
See somebody else doing it. It's like, I don't like her. Like, or some other hostility that comes from it. And I'm also going from being deep in the inner city to understanding that high school and college and even my own downtown has white people. So I have to adapt. And I see how they view me and I know how they view them. So I wrote this poem called To Whom It May Concern.
Nice.
To whom it may concern. The light shines so bright here, yet they're a necessity to be here. The children's laughter is so loud here, yet some people think that's a problem here. And to whom it may concern, here is no place I'd rather be than here. Our sun shines just as bright here, and believe it or not, we appreciate the stars at night here. Our night goes from hot to cold here, our people from young to old here. And to whom it may concern, here is no place I'd rather be than here. Don't shun me because I'm from here. Place yourself above me because you have no love here. Appreciate what I can show you because of here. And maybe, just maybe, you'll understand here. Like other places, we have our problems here. Maybe different ways to solve them here. Good and bad, we got them here. And we learn to deal with the world here. We're entitled to mistakes like you are here. Because I be talking like you be saying is from here. Doesn't mean I can't learn what you learn here. Because I love it here. Don't be scared of me because I'm like I love Sundays here. And to whom it may concern here, we have our Ebonic front here. Can't nobody jump rope like we jump rope here. Can't nobody play tag how we play tag here. Can't wear that rag how we wear that rag here. The light shines so bright here. Yet, those hood lamps are a necessity to be here. The children's laughter is so gleeful here. Yet people think the loudness is the problem here. And to whom it may concern here, there's no place I'd rather be than here. So that was me kind of bigging up my hood. Like I understood.
That was high school. That was deep.
Right?
Thank you.
Clap. You talking about advanced high school?
In the comments, clap emojis in the comments, drums in the comments.
I haven't read that in ages.
And aging, it seems like you just made that yesterday, yo.
Exactly. Like that.
I understood where I was at. Like, yeah, I remember like this.
So relevant. Like I could the imagery, I could see that. I could see that place where you were. And for you to say like that was high school, like it takes some of us a long time to get to that point where we can put somebody in a place where we can take them on a journey. Like, and I got where you were saying, like with the street lights and all that. Like that was like I saw it. It was there.
You got your own place where the street lights.
I saw you where you were the staple of your presence was like, listen, you ain't got to understand why I'm here. But there's a purpose for me being here.
Right.
That's deep for high school.
It is.
That is deeper than the Grand Canyon deep. Like that was deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little girl trying to figure out where my next step was going to be. And just because I'm leaving one part don't mean I'm leaving everything behind. Like part of the imagery was there's so much greatness here. There's so much here. Where I'm going over there, I'm bringing that with me. Like
absolutely.
You're gonna have to deal with that. That was a teenage girl trying to figure out her place in the world, who's always enjoyed expressing. And it makes it doing something like here. When you give yourself something to syncopate like that, it almost helps me just write easier because you're writing in a way that makes it kind of flow. So it was a big deal for, a 15, 16-year-old to get up and like perform that. I was probably wearing Timbs and khakis. My college preparatory high school. I dressed like the boys.
You had the butters on. That's
I did. Oh, dang. Oh,
not the butters.
And the beef and broccoli came. Like, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the comments. So my mom, Barbara Marie, said hi. Teresa Hazel Eyes said hi, Mama Dukes. And she also said she prepared you today. You go, Poessence spoken word. Barbara Marie said hi, Teresa Hazel Eyes. And Teresa said she put us on pause, LOL. She also had the drum emojis. Donna Banks has entered the party. Hey, Donna. Hey. Donna Banks said hello, everyone. Donna Banks said 3 snaps, not 1, not 2, but she said 3. Okay, 3 snaps for you, Nakia. Okay, 3 snaps.
Thank you, Queen.
And Crystal J. Adams said hi. This is Mazette, and she said very polished, sis. So the viewers is feeling your poem. Okay. Clap it up in the comment. Drums in the comments and the finger snaps.
Yes, participants in the chat.
Yeah. So
I wish I could write in the chat. Can I write in the chat?
I'm not sure.
I usually just go on, like I log on to Facebook because I'm on my computer. So I log into Facebook and I just open up the live and then I can kind of,
multitask.
So there it is. Am I not?
Miss Poessence is on it. Technical and all.
Yes, she's on it.
I'll be trying.
North Philly, do you have another question for Nakia?
Yeah, like I said, that poem was just, you said that was high school. What, that was an advanced class? like yo, that
it's the school of the hard knocks. That's what it's called.
I feel it. Yo, you just took me to that place, man. So as far as your influences, past, but you said Tupac. So like, where do you see your style of poetry now, and how do you convey it to, the people you're conveying it to? I mean, like, how is your delivery? Where do you draw your inspiration from?
That is probably going to say spoken word now. I don't even use the word poetry as much as I use the term spoken word now.
Okay.
When I'm writing, because I go for that performance factor on top of it now. That was meant to be read like a journal entry almost. But if it was put to performance, I would give it something. You know what I mean? So when I write, at least when I go back and edit.
Right.
Because when I write, it just might be a whole brain fart. It might just be a whole, I need to get this out. I'm even taking to recording stuff since phones make it so easy when a thought comes to me. But I'm always thinking about what can punch for performance in this day and age, whether it's just a camcorder or I'm actually have the blessing of being able to minister to people. So I find that inspiration in people who perform their music. Because I'm thinking about it in that regard. Because there are some dope people who just have no stage presence. Like Nas, I can't even watch this brother on stage as much as I love him. Like, but other people who have a wax song but still come up with some great choreography or something like that. When I'm writing, the inspiration comes from how would this look if I was to perform it with my body, with myself, with my emotions, what I'm thinking, I'm feeling. I don't really like the sound of my own voice.
Nah,
I feel like it's too deep. You feel that way too, Queen? Yeah.
Listen. I recorded. I got into recording with an old friend. He was a producer, and it was actually by way of someone that I was dealing with way long time ago, who wanted to be a rapper, and they just didn't make good use of the studio time. So I happened to go there, and my friend at the time was like, "You should record some of your poetry," and I was like, "I don't want to do that. I sound like a whole man. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is not okay." Right.
Cool.
But really, you gotta shut up with your hot piece voices.
Listen, but a lot of that honestly stems from like childhood. Like as you are developing into your voice, and if you got siblings, they are the worst. So my siblings, my brothers were always, "You sound like a dude. You sound like a dude." And I'm like, "All right, fine." So now I'm an adult woman, and I'm like, "Hi, hello."
You gotta force yourself to get it.
Right, I gotta take it down a couple octaves. But now, like when I first recorded it and played it back, I was like, "Who is that?"
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So if it comes to instruments, now you have to think about whether the pitch is high, whether in that high pitch you can still make the same inflection or whatever important words you want to think of. Because I know some people who a lot of people sing, and I do.
Can someone turn their mic off because we hear other voices in the background?
Wait a minute, hold up. That's my mic, I think.
I do love a good karaoke sing-along session. So you find out that your favorite singers don't talk like that. It's like, oh, I guess that's all right.
Right.
What normal.
Right.
So the performance part of it, whether to your point is my voice, whether I'm able to actually bring music into it, burst into a relevant song for a bar or two, is another great way to grab folks' attention also. So I think
especially when you off tune. That's me. I'll just throw an off tune note real quick. Just
like she messed that up. She got my attention. Was she bold?
Exactly.
So Nakia, I have a question for you. I'm trying to get into my Topra vibes.
Yes, bring it.
So Nakia, like when did you realize that you had that gift of writing? Hello?
I don't know. Because it was something that my big cousin Angie, rest her soul, she passed away on Thanksgiving Day 2022. She was kind of like my role model. She taught me everything about being a young woman, about having confidence, about overcoming bullies. Then later on, all the hygiene stuff that came with being a woman, all of that. She was my rock in that. She let my mother just take your hands off the wheel. I got it. When it came to the life and girly stuff. She's the one who gave me a journal. Like very.
Someone has some feedback.
That's me. I think that's me.
I think it is because Miss Poesis is on mute. So I was writing and reading early because, like I said, I'm a Black nerd. Like I've always realized the power of it. But when I first realized I had a gift for it, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. But at some point, I was inspired by reading, where I realized, you know what? I know how a poem works. I know how rhythm and syncopation works. Like I wrote songs out because I love the words. If it didn't already come in a CD jacket, remember 1900s people.
Yeah.
So if it didn't have that, I was writing out the lyrics because I loved the song and the words so much. So it was through imitating that art that I realized I had my own gifts. So I don't know how early to say that really was.
Oh, okay.
But it was early in life, while some people might have come to that, later or only because of school. It came to me early, and also because, my cousin gave me a journal and taught me that I need to get it out.
Okay.
Because I was an emotional kid. Like I cried a lot.
Oh.
But I also, did tomboy stuff and got a bunch of scars on my knees from parks and stuff like that. But I was also, I was sentimental about things. So she's like, yeah, you're going to need an outlet, kiddo. You want to survive this side of heaven? You're going to need to get that out.
Okay.
Right. You got to get an outlet. Right. You got to get an outlet.
God bless her. God bless her. And that's part of that whole outlet expression that I most recently experienced was writing at church, like I said earlier. And that's where they did a lot of recordings for the spoken word ministry. I was a part of that kind of up and coming because I was trying to understand God even. Like, let me talk to him this way. Okay. Instead of just, prayers. And that's where a lot of it comes out. That's how I maintain my millennial church lady status.
Okay. That's like the title. That title speaks a lot of volume, man. It really do.
So that's how I've been ministering for church, and it still comes out that way, even though, I'm not exactly on that stage anymore.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, we're going to go back into the comments. Let's see what we have here. Teresa Hazel said that was fire. Barbara Marie said your poetry is on another level, Miss Nakia.
Thank you, mother dear.
Poesson said straight fire, Nakia. Snap it up, folks. Snap it up.
I appreciate that. And Miss Poessons was right. She said, "Oh, you got an archive? Miss KIR asked you to go in the archive. You went into the archive of the 90s."
Yeah, I asked for that archive. You dig into them crates. That's what I
Yes.
That notebook out.
North Philly know too. He know too.
Come on, man. Digging in the crates like a maniac.
Okay.
Come on now. Don't let me go into my hip hop bag right now. Don't let me do it. You know what I mean?
3 nugget rings, Kango hats. Okay.
I'm saying. And if you performing, you got to come dressed up like all of that. We need all of that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let them know. Let them know. All right, North Philly. You know what I'm about to say, right?
What you about to say, yo? What you about to say? I mean...
Oh, I said no. She like, please don't call on me.
Listen, I'm already scrolling. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I am scrolling already in the archive.
Scrolling, like
that's what you're doing. I thought you was just looking intently at us.
Threw you off, right? Just
yo.
North Philly. Digging the crates.
Oh man, don't.
I drop a beat, brother. What you need?
Come on,
Okay.
let me get a little.
You're gonna drop a beat.
All right, we're gonna do a cipher. How about this?
Drum
We're gonna
roll
do a
for North
cipher.
Philly, folks.
For Essence, you know what I mean? Come
I
on now,
think
we're gonna do a cipher.
He done made it a cipher. He done made it a
it.
group activity. You see what he did?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
what he
teach everybody in this. I'm gonna start it off. Hold up a second. It
did.
goes like this. As I think and think like, hold up. As I think and think like I'm going deeper than paper on another caper. Hopefully I won't catch the vapor like Bismarck. Another darky just called me an African American. Once again, you staring at, and you still wearing cardigans. Sweaters now. I don't want to get hot. I want to get heated. I never retreated in the backseat like Rosa. Go to the front. I suppose I will be an African American. Once again, I'll be staring into space, looking for another race to call. Once again, I won't never take a fall. Stand tall, just like I was walking tall. Wait a minute. Let me go back to a second, then put it into another perspective. No negatives, no positives. Only thing I want to do is live the next day. Hopefully, I see another day. The sun rays will keep on shining, and I keep defining. Hopefully, I find another gold mine to start gold mining.
All right, where's the drums in the comments, folks? Yeah.
Okay.
Drum it up.
Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
Poesson.
Poesson? Don't break the flow.
You see him moving like he still hit a beat, Floesses?
Come on.
Listen. That I am not good at that part. Okay. That is another thing. Okay. I can't do.
It's another talent. You're right.
Right. It's another one. I'm not there. I'm not gonna lie. I can't do haikus, and don't ask me to rap on rhythm. That ain't it. Okay.
Yo, this is like an Obey Your Thirst commercial. You know what I'm saying? A Sprite commercial.
Listen, and I got a Sprite. It didn't hit yet.
I
still got half a bottle. Okay. I'm right here. You gotta wait till I get down here. It might hit.
Okay.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Oh man.
I see what you did there.
I like to also give a shout out to my guest from last week, Jay Silent Night, aka Rice-A-Roni. That's my peeps right there, Rice-A-Roni. Rice-A-Roni.
The San Francisco treat.
Oh, I gave him that name because I was at a open mic and he was on stage and he was performing. And so towards the end of his performance, he went into his pocket and he pulled out a box of Rice-A-Roni. So that's where that turned. But Rice-A-Roni, Jay Silent Night, that's my only shout out to him. And shout out to Cynthia Blue, who was my guest as well last week. So shout out to both of them. Yes.
Okay.
And shout out to Haru Arquette. He's going to be on next week. Me and Haru, we go back, like me and Rice-A-Roni go back. And also Shy Moonlight. So those are going to be the guests for next week. So shout outs to them.
That's right.
And Haru, if you're watching, where you at, Haru? Haru, where you at? Let me give you that shout out for like no reason.
No.
You don't even watch this and I done shouted you out. Like, Haru.
Apply a little pressure. That's all. It's just a little pressure.
Okay.
Just a little pressure.
That's
a little pressure.
Also, shout out to Offset Original, also known as Honey Original, daughter to the late Isis Original. She's going to be on soon. So shout out to her as well. And let's see what else we have in the comments. Commissioner Dr. James McConnell's in the building. He said North Philly in the house. Crystal J. Adams said, I call myself Mozette the poetess. What inspired you to have the word poetess attached to you, sis? And Commissioner also said, awesome flow. Teresa said, nice. And Barbara Marie said, you be spitting fire, my brother. Donna Banks said, 3 snaps. She gave you 3 snaps, North Philly. Okay.
Man, you be putting me on the spot, Miss KIR. You be putting me on the spot. I be like, oh man.
That's what Topher do. That's what Topher does.
I see it. I see it. I was trying to keep it going. I was like, Poessence, what's going on, man? I mean, you next up. I believe that's me. You know what I'm saying? That type of joint. I'm just saying, man.
Listen, I didn't even jump. I didn't jump rope well where they was doing the rhyming stuff. Like I was like, "Hey, I'm here. You see me? I'm out." Like that was it. I didn't get that. I didn't get that, Gene. I didn't.
You all right? You all right, though? I'm just trying to put you there. I'm trying to put you there.
That's all right. Your black
I'm
card.
trying. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn as we go.
Go, Poessence. Go, Poessence. Go. Oh.
Listen. Learn as I go.
Okay.
I gotta write it down. Gotta make sure all my punctuation is proper before I do that. Just.
I feel you though, Poessence.
I feel you. I'm
gonna come back to you though for that. So you make sure you drink.
I'm sure you will. I'm gonna sip on this Sprite slowly.
Obey your thirst. First comes first.
He gonna bring it right back to spitting, okay? He gonna bring it right back to spitting fire.
Bring it right back. You next.
Right
you next.
We just having a good time here on Live Miss KIR, folks. We being breezy. Feel the vibes. Feel the vibes. Feel the vibes.
Yep.
Put your hats to the side.
I can't freestyle either. It feels like too much pressure.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
I just try to start a cipher, y'all. That's how I try to start. You know what I mean? You know.
I mean, I ain't beatboxed in a long time. Like I lost that a long time ago. Just now, it just sound like I'm having a stroke or something. Just I can't.
Oh, I can't, man.
Oh, okay,
man.
Nakia.
Yes.
Can you dig into the crate for another poem?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Got dig in them crates, Nakia. Got dig in them crates.
Digging in the crates like a maniac. And when the crowd come on, it's the same reaction.
Okay, North Philly.
I mean, Diamond D.
North Philly representing.
Got a rep for my
B-boy
city, man. I got a rep for Philly, man. I'm the only Philly in the house right now.
Where the rest of the Philly folks? Philly, where y'all at?
Right. You Philly could be watching.
I'm praying.
Philly, y'all watching? Y'all watching out there, Philly? We know Jersey is in the building.
I'm trying to tell you, Jersey's in the house.
Yes. Jersey and Virginia is in the house.
Strong, man.
And Virginia?
Huh?
Yeah, Virginia too.
Man.
Yay. Yes.
Okay, so how are we with cuss words?
Ooh. Yeah.
See, you ask these questions.
Bleep them joints.
Yeah.
Can you bleep it out? Can you bleep it out? Just no. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, can't. Yeah, no.
It's a part of the poetry. You know, yeah, it's a part of the form of the particular form.
I mean, you know, when you get to the part, you know, where you feel like you're gonna say, you know, let me know, give me a signal, not just be like, dude.
I know it. Worst come to worst, don't forget not to curse.
So
Okay.
Seriously, worst come to worst, don't forget not to curse.
Oh,
this is where you gotta separate your archives, right?
Girl.
This is where you start labeling your poetry a little bit, because you like, okay, this I could take this to church,
right? Public consumption.
This is probably what got me here.
This is why I need the Lord. So maybe I should.
Yes, exactly.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Covered in the blood.
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will. Won't
Yes, he will.
I can't find anything.
Oh no, you got to dig in them crates, Nikki. You got to dig in them crates, girl.
No, he's an on-time God.
Oh man.
North Philly, you got something else while we're waiting for Nakia?
Okay. All right. So
it can be written. It don't have to be a freestyle, right?
All right.
No, stay ready.
All right. Here's the intermission. If you want to listen, in my position will not be critical condition. Hopefully, you be glisten like the sun. Like I said, rising. No surprising enterprise and looking for a new endeavor. Hopefully, I make rhymes that come out clever, but they're not really rhymes. They're poetry, but not what they're coming from me. If they're flowing from me, just like the river, I deliver. No shivers up your back like shivers be timbers. Make you limber, make you start to lean. Hopefully, you wake up and see MLK's dream.
Okay. Drums in the comments for North Philly Finest.
Somebody political.
Somebody
is political on the low.
Yeah. The best kept secret.
It ain't a secret, brother.
Okay.
You know we heard you. It's not a secret once we hear you.
I'm trying to put y'all out there, man. I'm just, you know what I mean? Because Miss KIR put me out there, so I'm like, all right, man, all right. So I'm trying to get group participation. You know what I'm saying?
Need some group participation in the comments, folks.
Most definitely.
All right. Here, I got one for you. I wrote it down. I put it in my phone on my notes.
All right, drum roll, folks, for Poessence spoken word. Drum roll in the comments where the drums, where the clapping emojis. Okay.
All right. Is this the color you see? Then you don't see me. Why? I'm the outline that contains substance, the lines that keep the structure, yet you don't see me. Is this the color that you see? Those white lines set upon my dark frame, do you see me? If you only see bright colors, then you miss the boldest shade of all. When the night falls, I'm the background that captured it all. Do you see me? What shade do you see? I'm the foundation that your feet stand on. Weak and unsteady, but we stand strong. What color do you see? Bold yet subtle, but my shade is ignored until you need a mold to be formed. I'm the basin that separates the river that runs. We navigate through the lands, yet you only see the green leaves. Do you see me? I'm the protector in the daylight that follows you and comforts you at night. Do you see me? The moon rests upon my shoulders, yet my strength is ignored. My wheels are what carry you, yet you're focused on the rims. And you still miss that I am the outline. Cracked, tattered, and torn, I am the thread that holds it together. Do you see me? I'm comfortable in this skin that I'm in, yet my self-esteem offends you. I am here and refuse to let you keep dismissing me. What color do you see? I see me. I am a beautiful combination of everything that the world needs.
Ooh,
oh, man.
Girl,
man.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. Folks, where's the fire emojis for Poessence and the drum emojis? Come on, folks.
Yo, that was absolutely
I love
certified.
that last line, Queen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you give it to me one more again?
Okay.
Yes. Hold on, wait, let me go scrolling. Here we go.
Said I'm the combination of all colors, is what I heard.
I'm a beautiful combination of everything that your world needs.
That part.
Okay. Yes, girl.
Totally phenomenal, man. Totally phenomenal.
And that was similar to the poem that you had recited earlier. That was what it put me in the mind of that, because when I wrote that piece, I was in a space of, I was in a lot of different spaces. It was a little bit of political there. It was a little bit of being in an environment where it wasn't as accepting in society, and being somebody that has a physical disability that you can see. Right. A lot of people will tend to ignore and dismiss you. And it was one of those things where I don't care what y'all got to say about me. You need me. I have abilities, regardless of how you look at it. I have abilities that you need. You need my strength. You need the fact that I'm a strong Black woman. You need that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, that was mind blowing.
And Queen, I didn't know anything about you having a disability. When I was hearing it, I was hearing more the shades, the colors of being a Black person. So that came through just as strong for me as, do you see what my body is, but what do you know what I can do? Like all of that. Still, because being Black is it's a social handicap, you ask me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
I'm the person who park in a handicapped spot and go, if a white officer asks me why, I'm gonna say, because I'm Black. It's a social handicap, sir. Act like you don't know.
Absolutely.
But a sister with a real disability gonna be bad at me. But
listen, sometimes you just gotta blink your eye twice. They don't know.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the comments.
Twice.
All right. Donna Banks said 4 snaps. 4, not 1, not 2.
She upped the game.
4. Okay. She said 4 snaps. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
4 snaps. Excellent, she said. Teresa Hazelard said, yes, poets and spoken word. Fire emoji and 2 drums. Barbara Marie said, go ahead, girl. Hey. And William Washington said, finger snaps. William Washington is in the building.
Okay.
And more finger snaps. And Crystal Joy Adams said, you're lit when you spit. And Teresa Hazelard said, 3 snaps. Yes. And Barbara Marie said, very well said, Poessence. Very well said. Yes.
Powerful. Very powerful.
Poessence, girl, that poem. Yes, girl. Yes.
Thank you.
See, that's what the folks was waiting for, Poessence. That's what the folks was waiting for.
Trying to edge you to that point. I mean, come on now. I know you. I know what's there, yo. I know what's there.
Okay. North Philly start off with the little cipher. You know?
I try to get it going. I mean,
he gonna hit you with the fool me once.
Right.
Yo, you can picture Primo in the background on the 1 and 2s.
Okay.
I mean,
you painting a picture now.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to paint a picture for y'all. Primo in the back. On the 1 and 2s. You know what I'm saying? With a fat, a fat blow your trunk out the speaker type beat. You know what I'm saying? That type of joint.
Okay. Poessence, do you have any other questions for Nakia?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes. So with the transition from writing and the way that I worded it, it is what it is. How has the transition been from writing worldly poetry to spiritual poetry and spoken word? Yes.
Editing.
Yeah.
How was that though? Was that a difficult transition for you, or was it just like, this is my seat and I'm gonna sit in it and I'm gonna be comfortable with it?
Okay. Nice.
I wish it was that simple. Because I like to write and rewrite, I was always conscious of an edit has to happen. But I gotta get it out of me, whether I'm writing it or recording it. I get it out however it comes out. And then you go back and start, I don't want to say compromising it, but changing it, editing it for your audience. So I've always been straddling 2 sides of the fence between being hard and being soft, being hood and being corporate, being a girl and being a boy. I'm a whole tomboy if you let it happen. Okay. So the transition was not a difficult one because of that reality of my personal character, and also because I'm a meticulous writer. I want to edit anyway. So it just happens. Okay. I will curse at God though. God had got some words. Like, you know what I mean? You in the spiritual context, he knows who I am. He knows who I'm is, like better than me.
Yeah, you do.
So when I'm talking to him, sometimes I'm like, nigga. Like,
Okay.
like that's the whole.
Okay.
Like that's the whole homie.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Times where you're in absolute reverence of
there are times that they tell you, like, when you're in your walk, you talk to him like you would talk to one of your friends. So if that's if that's how you know your connection and your line of communication, I believe the Lord know how to sift through.
Yes, he do.
Yeah, that's your personal relationship with him.
He can code switch with a person.
It's your personal relationship with God. That's you know, it differs from person to person who believes in God and Christ.
Absolutely.
As long as I'm not out here calling God these names, he understands. I'm just using these words.
Absolutely.
You know. So the transition, I think, was easy because you're set in the context of a spoken word ministry. So blurred lines came into play with silly stuff. Like, not because I wanted to say a cuss word or a 4-letter word, but because an innuendo might have been too much. It's like, oh, I guess. The mothers are sitting in the front. Like, I guess.
Yeah, they stay sitting in the front.
You gotta, you know. So you have to find another way to say that or take it out.
Yeah.
But it's nothing better than when you can be in a venue or a medium where it happens the way it happens, especially for somebody who freestyles. Sometimes it happens. Like, you know, when the words are coming to you, when you're moving with the spirit, poetry can take those kind of forms. And I appreciate good raunchy content. There's so many beautiful ways to be raunchy. So many poetic ways. So many poetic ways. And then you have things that are written poetic because the word is spelled a little different. Or it sounds the same. And if somebody's smart enough, they go, oh, she meant double entendre on that. Like, I see who really listening. Because there's so many good ways to be raunchy and get caught if you want to or don't. So it becomes a part of the art.
Yeah, you just gotta bring that flavor when it comes to you, man. Just when it hits you, you just what you spit is what you spit.
The flavor in your ear, my Craig Mack voice.
That didn't sound like a real Craig Mack voice. Can I hear your real Craig Mack voice?
Here comes the brand new flavor.
And you gotta give me body language.
New flavor in your ear. New flavor in your ear.
Oh man.
I got another question for you, Nakia.
Yes.
Okay, hip hop. Who's your top 5?
Ooh. Tupac.
Okay.
Tupac. Nas.
Yes, girl.
J. Cole.
J. Cole, yes.
J. Cole makes my list as close to modern as it gets for me. Child. I'm gonna have to get back to you after the spirit comes.
Okay.
Because there are rappers that I enjoy listening to, like even while white boy Eminem, I enjoy him. He tells a great MFing story. But I wouldn't add him to my top 5. I like everything 50 dropped. Like, he got me really feeling like I could take 5 shots, but he wouldn't make my top 5.
Right.
But those 3 I just gave you, I'm super confident in. Super confident in.
Yeah, I love me some Nas.
Yeah, nasty Nas.
Love me some Nas.
Right. And always nice to look at too. Like, come on, give me the video, Big Daddy. I'm listening.
I used to say that to my husband. And we'd be all awesome with writing poems.
Yes. And I believe all 3 of those brothers write poetry.
Yeah.
Period.
Especially Pop. You know, we already clarified that. Pop
I believe all of them do. I don't. They have to start with a beat. I don't believe that about them. And Pac and Nas have that Black history let's get back to being kings and queens. That speaks to me. Like, you know, I still startle people when I say, "Excuse me, queen." And she's like, "Oh, who me?" Like, yeah, you. How you doing? So that would probably be another part I'd consider in rounding out. But I got a strong 3 right there.
That is strong.
Okay. Got another question for you.
Hmm?
Got another question. So, if you made a time capsule and you buried it, what would people find in it if they dug it up?
Ah.
A Boyz II Men CD.
Okay.
Because them brothers were just the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm a whole, or at least I say I was a whole like chubby chaser. I like a round brother. Hey, no, family. Like Wanye singing. Wanye singing his round self. Like, oh my God. He was him and Heavy D dancing ass, big dancing ass. We got our own thing. Oh, girl. I was turned on before I knew what turned on was. This big man doing kicks and splits and hops. I'm like, oh, that's why I got a brother.
Round brothers in the house.
So it would be full of the music that I think shapes, you know, who I am, who our generation is. I'm sorry, I'm assuming y'all ain't no near my generation. That did just happen. But Boyz II Men had me crying, you know, crying over boys and all that era. It was like,
right.
They would find a Cabbage Patch.
Okay.
Because I still to this day love to have a teddy bear, love to have stuffed animals around.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's a throwback.
What else would it?
Right.
I'm just picturing a Cabbage Patch Kid in my head, like right now. Like,
like the epitome of the 80s.
It was all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
And probably a few comic books. Because I was definitely into reading comics back then. I love She-Ra and He-Man. Like,
oh my
God. Okay.
That one.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. And the thighs on Lionel from Lionel and the Thundercats. Lord have mercy. The thighs on this kitty cat. Pulling out a sword, casting in the window. This cartoon was way beyond a child.
Thundercats.
Oh, all right, Lionel.
That was them biscuits and gravy.
Listen, because all he did was lay around in the park and complain. When I went back and watched it as an adult, I said, "This ain't doing nothing." His friend getting beat up by 3 different bad people. But Lionel was just in the park with his cat. He in the park with his cat, snarf, doing nothing. I said, "This is the man I loved. I gotta go to therapy." I loved it because he had big thighs, but he was lazy as.
Oh man, he said biscuits and gravy.
Answers a few questions.
Poessence, do you have another question for Nikia?
I'm sorry. No.
I'm so mad because I like them cats too.
Girl. Panthro was that dude. Okay.
Yes, he was.
Panthro was that guy.
He was your go-to guy.
Yes.
He was a go-to guy.
He made Lionel's job easy.
Yeah.
He was fixing everything.
Yes.
He made Lionel's job easy.
Panthro. You know he was a brother.
That voice, everything.
I mean, I think there was a young Ving Rhames.
You know who it actually was though? The guy who played on the Cosby Show as Bill Cosby's dad.
Get out of town.
What? That's who Panthro's voice actually was.
Really?
The Cosby Show came out in the 80s, 90s. He was already 70 something.
Okay.
So he was older doing.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
That makes sense, though.
I don't know how I randomly know that either. Okay, I don't know. But I
know how you randomly know that. I know. Google will mess you up all the time.
Why did I find that though? Yeah, but Google will tell you some stuff.
Yes, it will.
So you said in the capsule that we would find an array of things. So what comic books would you put in that capsule?
That's a good question for Weston.
Go ahead,
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes, girl.
Blackity black, right? So my comic books will all have Black heroes.
Okay.
Our story, our voice is at the center of who I am. Period. I grew up with brothers and uncles who were all about we were kings and queens. That's not a fib. I'm gonna get you the encyclopedia. We go into the library. What they teaching you in that history class? Columbus didn't discover ish. Okay, this is what happened. So I grew up with those kind of male influences that the voice I would give to those comic books would be black. Like it would be Nubia, who's Wonder Woman's black twin sister. Okay. I can't tell you how long I've been schooling people before Google that Nubia had a black twin sister who whooped her tail.
Wow.
Who was born first. Like the I forget the writer's name, but he understood Africa. Like when he told Wonder Woman's story and brought Nubia in, they're twins that were made from clay. The darker clay formed Nubia. Like you're getting all these symbols. Nubia, the black one, was born first because we are the mother. We are the alpha. We are the first.
Right.
So he kept giving all these kind of signals in the comic books that the men around me appreciated. So, I know her story. There's another black Marvel character named Vixen who turns into the big 5 most dangerous animals of Africa. Yeah. Yeah. She can turn into a rhino, a leopard, and a hippo, something crazy. Like those comic books would still be there. The Black Green Lantern. Like this brother was a brother. Yeah. Yeah. Like it would definitely include that. Black Panther.
Yes.
Wakanda forever.
Queen Nakia.
Wakanda forever.
Okay. His queen's name is Nakia, spelled the exact same. Like it would stand in that. So yeah, it would definitely be a throwback to something that probably would get a little coin today. Because they have an obsession with the 80s that isn't always flattering sometimes. But there's a lot of nostalgia out there for sale that people are paying attention to.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be black comics for sure. Mm-hmm. Music, because I love to sing. That's another self-expression that comes through, that you can wail some words. Don't just say them, but you can actually cry them. Mm-hmm. Like that's like the next level of poetic expression and performance, just vocal. Yeah, with your voice. And so even though I sound like a dude, like we established earlier,
oh man,
I can sing mezzo soprano.
Okay, you have a resonating voice. How about that?
I can give you all of that, when the performance is on. But I roll over in the morning, it's good morning. Good morning, do you?
And don't get sick. That's a whole nother situation. Just don't talk to me. Don't.
We'll put it behind a COVID mask. Like, yeah, bro.
Oh man, I'm done. Check, please.
Listen, and you can't call certain times in the morning. You gotta wait. Don't do that. Don't
wait till wake up.
Hello.
Wrong number.
This not.
That sleep demon got to come off your voice as well as get out your eyes.
Real quick.
Wherever else
real
you
quick.
rest.
Oh man.
Ooh. Real quick. They will get you confused real quick. Can I speak to Mr. Urban? Hello. You mean my husband? Now they confused. No, listen. I just woke up. Don't call me this early in the morning.
Oh man. A chair is not a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. Sound like
real quick.
Oh man.
Listen, it took
Vandross movie. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it took a long time for even with dating, because I used to question people when they be like, "You sound so attractive, Skip."
A sultry voice is attractive to some people, though.
It is, but it took a long time for me to understand that.
It's called sultry when they like it.
Yes, it's sultry. We got it now, but back then I was like, "You were questionable, sir. I sound like a whole dude."
Oh man.
Listen, my husband now, y'all laughing. I'm serious. This is daily in our house, okay? My husband would be like, "You're not gonna talk to me like a dude. Can you bring it down?" I just said, "Did you want a sandwich?" He was like, "No, you sounded like a whole dude on the block, like you hungry."
You're killing me, yo. Strumming my brain with his fingers.
Exactly. He just
singing my song with me.
I need you to go back in there and remember that you are a woman. Like, can you say it a little softer? So I gotta add, babe, would you like a sandwich?
You got it in you to do it. You got
it. Listen, it don't even be on purpose. You want a sandwich?
Oh man.
Okay. I digress. The struggles of the sultry voice.
I'm coming up on
the other side of the mountain.
Yep.
Too deep.
Oh man.
That deep baritone part in Silent Night, I got it. I'm right there.
The Temptation version you talking about.
The one where it starts in my mind.
Holy night. Oh, that's deep down south. Oh, like wade in the water.
That's what it is.
Yep. I didn't know that I was an alto till I was an adult in church, because I was like, they was like, "You're not singing." No, I'm not.
No.
I just lip sync. That's all.
You weren't fooling the Lord with that.
No, you didn't say that.
Oh.
He heard. Jesus heard my voice from my spirit. Okay.
Oh man.
Because they wasn't going.
No, can I tell y'all? Can I just say this real quick? Like when I was, because I was on the gospel choir, and when you just mentioned Boys and Men, Miss KIR, I think you already know. I went to school with Kenny Terry from As Yet and Michael McCary from Boys and Men.
Did you?
Yes, we did in Philly. You know they're from Philly. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so long story short, when we used to be up in because we were the baritone, we were the bass, because our voices were, unusually low for our age. But anyway, our music teacher, never forget Miss Pinckney, she would be like, Michael McCary, Michael Connor, that was me, and Kenny Terry. I can't hear you because we'd be up there lip syncing, thinking she can't hear us. And her hearing was so acute, she heard us. I mean, and put us right on the spot. So I know.
The bass has a sound.
Yeah.
Like I own a bass guitar because I imagine one day I want to learn how to play it. Because the bass, when the bass line of a song is missing.
Yeah.
You can certainly hear it. Mm-hmm. The altos in the middle, y'all can fiddle. But if it's something really high or really low, you know when it's there and when it's not.
Yeah.
Y'all won't fool nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have a very beautiful voice. You just have a very beautiful voice.
Thank you. It's just deeper than I know. I have to like Poesin said, when I want to talk like I'm not somebody else, it's very easy to do. But who wants to do that?
Exactly.
Who wants to do that?
Oh, I'm done. I'm done, man.
Your voice is a tool. We're using it poetically here. We're using it for rap. We're using it for protests. It's a tool, and it's an instrument. When you learn how to
absolutely.
The words you choose, the inflection of your voice, the nonverbals that make expression come to life, all of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whew. Oh, okay. We are nearing the end. Ooh, this was so much fun.
Yes, it was.
Nakia, what do you want the takeaway to be from this? Besides all the fun that we've been having.
Excellent question. Just don't stop expressing yourself in whatever form, in whatever chapter of your life that you're in, with technology or old school pen and paper, graffiti on a wall, however it comes out of you. Go to a rage room, whatever it is, get it out. Like express your whole self.
That's right.
Every chance you get.
That's right.
Yeah. And the classics of pen and paper never go out of style.
Never.
That's true.
And sharing words never goes out of style. You can find different ways to do it. It comes back to the basics of what's your voice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Nakia, would you like to give any shout outs?
I ain't seen none of my people in the chat, so no.
Where's her people at? Where y'all at? Why y'all ain't come to the party? Okay.
I know it.
No. I guess I'll take the opportunity. Why pass up an opportunity, right? Peace and blessings to everybody in my hometown of Jersey City, New Jersey, especially my mother. It was beautiful to see that your mother was in here hanging out and chatting. I can't get my mother to text, but I love her to pieces. And on my birthday, I give her birthday gifts to remind her of how great she is. You know, you was there and stuff. So this is your day too. So shout out to my mother and my family. All the current and former besties I've had in the world. Appreciate you for playing that role in my life. And God bless America and no place else. I'm just kidding. I think that's one of the funniest lines in history from that Chris Rock movie. Where the politician very, Trumpy. It was like, God bless America and no place else. He meant it. And he won the campaign. He meant it. But yeah, peace and blessings, everybody.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time with your family and your friends here.
You're welcome. Poessence, who would you like to give shout outs to?
Let's see. Well, shout out my mother whose birthday was on the 9th.
Happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
Yes. My husband and my little one.
Shout out to the hubby and the little one.
To the hubby and the little one.
My podcast co-host, one of them, Katie, who she always says I'm cheating. I just want you to know I'm not cheating. I asked permission this time.
Oh, being here is cheating on her.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. She
debatable.
Everybody can see me, so it's not considered cheating, but it's okay.
It's an open relationship.
I guess, my poetry writing partner Stephanie, aka Blue Fox, my little sister Regina, and my older sister Tracy, and of course Miss KIR. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. North Philly, who do you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give shouts out to my daughter. I mean, she's probably watching. Hopefully, she's watching. To Nakia with her beautiful poems. Absolutely beautiful. Fire. Not the fire next time by James Baldwin, but the fire this time by. I mean, give shouts out. To that. Poesses. The next time we have a cipher, gotta. I'm going to keep pushing. Next time
Poesses got the comedy
co-host.
on lock. Poesses got the comedy on lock. We're gonna cut and she gives us a comedy routine. Okay.
Ain't no question.
So it's gonna
gotta
happen.
obey your thirst. Right.
Exactly.
If worst come worst, just obey your thirst.
Right.
Thanks. And to Miss KIR to have me on at the last minute as the substitution for Eddie Kane Jr. Ain't got nobody. Ain't got no fancy car. I got nothing but love for y'all, man.
Well, I want to give a shout out again to my mom, Barbara Marie, for watching. Shout out again to Teresa Hazel Eyes. Shout out to Donna Banks. Shout out to Crystal Joy Adams, William Washington, Commissioner James McConnell, Latanya and Trinity Davis. Again to my peeps, Jay Silent Night, Rice Aroni. Let's see who else I want to give a shout out to. Of course, my firstborn, T Noodle. My secondborn, Big Dude, formerly known as Little Big Dude. Let's see who else. Let me think. Okay, Orlando Chandler. He's going to be co-hosting in a few weeks. Shout out to my other co-host, James Ellerby, from last week as well.
James.
Also, shout out to my homie James Parrish. James Parrish, where you at? Third Eye Customs. Who at, James? Jimbo. Also, shout out to my former guest, Yamas Guy. Shout outs to him.
Okay.
And Rosalia. And let me think.
This is all off the dome like a freestyle.
Worst come worst, got to break your thirst.
Let me see who else. Lavine Hamilton, she's going to be on in a few weeks as well. So shout outs to her. And shout outs again to everybody who's watching and who will watch and all my peeps. Plainfield, stand up. Where you at, P-Field? And shout out to Brick City, because that's my family's hometown, Brick City, where y'all at building. Oh yeah, of course I gotta shout out my cousin, Isha Yakov. Where you at, cousin? And my other cousin, Scott Jacob. Scott Jacob, where you at? He was also a guest back in October. So shout out to my cousin, Scott Jacob.
So we just opened you up for the new year, right? So maybe they get the, they got to get their rhythm for the new year, This is the first one of the new year.
Yeah. So shout outs to them and to all my folks watching and all the loyal viewers and fans. And thank you for making many of the podcasts go 1K. Thank you, viewers. Thank you. And that'll be it. This is Tanisha Jacob. No S at the end. I'm Jacob the Jeweler. Okay. Well, not Jacob the Jeweler. Sorry, not Jacob the Jeweler, but I drop poetic gems.
That's right.
AKA Topra in the building.
In the house.
Wishing everybody love, peace, hair grease, edges, because edges, look at the edges, they matter. Hashtag edges matter. Let nobody tell you that your edges don't matter. Okay. Those edges matter. Okay. And hashtag breeziness, because breeziness matters too. So I'll see you next week on Live with Miss KIR. Thank you all and good night. Peace.
All right.
Good night.
Peace. See y'all.